Hey, it's your boy Darren coming at you again with another edition of Love March Movement's prayer and fasting video. This one is for Wednesday, February 26, 2014. I'm here in my Love March shirt. Yeah, don't know sex God's way or way. And we done and we're doing it again. 3 points, three people, fasting 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., praying for the nation, placing before the throne of God various issues that affect us as a people. This week we're focusing on the music industry, right? Jamaica's music industry has, you know, its good parts and its not so good parts. Reggae music is beautiful, and there are many wonderful reggae artists out there. Dancehall is also beautiful, but there's not so, wonderful dancehall music out there, and so we want to target on the music industry in our prayers this week. Point number one will be pray for our dancehall artists, that they will be more responsible and considerate in their choice of words when coming up with their lyrics, and that they will not be influenced by their lust for fame and wealth to continuously seek to push the boundaries of what is deemed appropriate. Recently, there's been a lot of very explicit dancehall music being released. Explicit in terms of the lyrical content and explicit in terms of the videos. We want to pray for the dancehall industry, on a whole, that they will seek to produce music that is wholesome, that everyone can listen to, that everyone can appreciate, that can be played, out loud for everybody to hear and enjoy. I believe that we here at the Love March Movement believe that music should be uplifting, music should be encouraging, and music should, edify our souls and edify our hearts. You know what I mean? And dancehall music sometimes, it just make you shake your head and go, wow, this is what our little kids are listening to. This is what is shaping the minds of the young people coming up. And so we want to pray for the dancehall artists that they'll have a change of heart, that they'll have a change of mind, and they will seek to produce music that is educational, that is uplifting, that is an encouragement to all those who listen to it. Point number two is pray for the Broadcasting Commission and all other authorities that have the power to censor lewd music and lewd visual content. We want to pray that, the Broadcasting Commission will do everything in its power to protect the minds of the nation's children. There's only so much that they can do, but we want them to do as much as they can do, to protect the nation's children from the lewd content of some dancehall songs and some dancehall music videos. So we want to pray for the Broadcasting Commission that they will continue to keep up the good job, continue to keep up the good work, and in keeping certain material off the TV, off the airwaves, and if they can tap into the internet as well and censor some stuff on the internet, that would be great if they can achieve that. So that's point number two. Point number three, we want to pray for the parents, the aunts, the uncles, the grandparents, the godparents, the guardians, the teachers, all the adults across the nation, that they will seek to guide children down the path of righteousness. Pray that parents will pay keen attention to what their children are watching and listening to and offer some kind of guidance. Sometimes children just need a little guidance, because they can. Because I've grown up. I for one have grown up listen hearing all this lewd music, hearing all this violent music, especially when I was coming up through high school, and it didn't influence me one bit. It's because my parents set a firm foundation when I was small, and groomed me to be a man of integrity, a man that respects everyone, and that sees females as more than the sexual objects. As a matter of fact, they're not sexual objects at all. They're human beings, worthy of love, worthy of respect, what I mean, and appreciation, and all the good stuff that ought to come with being a human being. I just want to share with you this scripture, Proverbs 22, verse 6. It says, "Start children off on the way they should go, and even when they are old, they will not depart from it." They will not depart from it. Yeah, so all the adults out there, they say it takes a village to raise a child. The parents, we want to encourage the parents to do everything that is within their power to protect the minds of their children, but the parents can only do so much. We want to challenge all the teachers, all the aunts, all the uncles, all the grandparents out there to talk to young people as well, and help to steer them down the path of righteousness. Talk to them about sex, talk to them about relationships, talk to them about love, talk to them about integrity, talk to them about loyalty, you know, talk to them about just being well rounded, respectful human beings, and to live above the influence of dancehall music and dancehall culture. So yeah, those are the 3 points. 3 points one more time. Pray for the dancehall artists, and the dancehall industry in a whole, that it will start to produce. They will start to produce more music that is wholesome and that is uplifting to our listeners. Pray that Number two, pray that the Broadcasting Commission and all other authorities, that have the power to censor music and censor music videos and censor pornographic material, that they will do everything within their power to protect the nation's children. And pray for three, the guardians, the adults across the nation, that all of them will band together and stand for righteousness and guide children down the right path, despite what the children may be, you know, experiencing on a daily basis, when they take the bus or when they take the taxi, when they go out on the road, or when they're interacting with friends at school. Um, Despite those outside influences, adults who stand up and who portray a good example to young ones, can be an even stronger influence in the lives of those young ones. So that's the 3 points. Three people that we're praying for. Number one is Alkaline, a dancehall artist that has produced some pretty explicit music recently, and I listened to one of them, and it was pretty explicit. Yes, it was pretty bad. I couldn't even listen to all of it. Um, and sometimes I think to myself, do these dancehall artists have mothers? Do they have sisters? Do they have daughters? Do they have females in their life that they care about? Because I don't know if they would want another man treating their precious mother or sister or daughter the way they describe how they treat women in their music. You know what I mean? And so it just baffles me sometimes how men could come up with such garbage, such explicit, and violent music. But yeah, we want to pray for Alkaline, that um, Jesus Christ will draw him, and he will have a hard encounter with Christ, and just be saved. Just pray for his soul. I also want to pray for DeMarco, that's person number two, DeMarco, who released a pretty explicit music video, um, with explicit sexual content. I want to pray for him that his heart will be changed as well, and he will produce more wholesome music and music videos that will be good for everybody to listen to and to see. Person number 3, we want to pray for Claudius England. Yes, Claudius England is a friend of the Love March movement. He is a Christian dancehall slash reggae artist who has produced some wonderful music over the years. He ministered at the last Love March. At the end of each Love March, we normally have a concert, and Claudius England shared with us some of his music at the last Love March. One of them is Abstain From It. We have a link that we're going to put in the description to that song. So if you want to check it out, I suggest you do. It's a pretty cool song. Like, it starts off away like, yo, what do I say, and then it just catch you off guard. But yeah, check out that song by Claudius England, Abstain From It. So the 3 people alkaline, that his soul will be saved, and that he will have a change of heart, and that he will produce music that is wholesome and that everyone can listen to. DeMarco as well, the same for him, that he will produce music that is good for everybody, and live above the influence of fame and money. And Claudius England, that he will continue to stand firm in the Lord. Now, that he will continue to be an agent of change, that he will continue to walk in righteousness, that he will continue to uplift others and encourage others with his music. So yeah, thank you so much for watching the video. Keep the prayer alive. Until next time, take care.